Unmuted you, so go ahead and ask your question.
Hi, I'm Nicola, Tim Lampone from Codertoggio Trento. The question is, how do you manage alternating day and night cycles on the ISS? And does the absence of regular sunlight affect your body?
Hey Team Lamponi, great question. It's quite hard in the first 2 weeks when you arrive in space to get used to the fact that we're experiencing 16 sunsets and sunrises every day. Of course, we go around the Earth every 90 minutes, and that does affect your circadian rhythm, so your day-night cycle and your sleep regime as well. It's amazing. You don't notice down here on Earth, we're so used to living on Earth that we don't notice how our bodies get into a very strict regime, and daylight plays an important part in that regime. It regulates when we feel tired, when we feel awake, when we want to eat, when we feel like exercising, even when we need to go to the loo. I mean, those kind of things are all regulated by Mother Nature. And when you go into space, of course, that all gets a little bit mixed up. For the first 2 weeks, it can be tricky to get to sleep. And we tend not to sleep that long. Maybe that's because we're not so tired, because we're not working so hard in space. But 6 hours sleep a night for astronauts is plenty. You don't really need much more than that. I made one mistake early on in the mission. It was about 11 o'clock at night. I was brushing my teeth. I was about to go to bed, but there was a fantastic pass coming up over the Bahamas, and I wanted to look and see the Bahamas. So I opened the hatch, and of course it was midday in the Bahamas, and all this bright sunlight came into the space station. I took some photographs, stayed there for about 5 minutes, and I didn't sleep for the whole night because I had so much stimulation from all that ultraviolet coming into my eyes that my body was just like, okay, it's midday and you're not going to bed. So the worst thing you can do just before going to sleep is to look outside the window if it's daytime. We tend to close up the space station hatches at night so that it helps us get used to going to sleep. And in fact, since I've landed, we've changed our lights on board the space station, so they're not fixed frequency. They used to be just a fixed frequency white light, very clinical, like a laboratory. And now we've got LED lights, so we can shift frequency. So we have blue-white lights during the daytime when we need to be alert, and then it starts to redshift during the night, and it gets much softer. So from the evening meal onwards, we're already trying to get our bodies into that good circadian rhythm. But yeah, great question. I mean, the day-night cycle is very important, and light on the space station plays a huge part in our circadian rhythm.